98% of Claude Code is not AI. That sounds strange, but it explains why most people misunderstand agents. The model is only a small part of the working system. Most of the work is done by the harness around it. A public analysis of the code base found that only about 1.6% handles AI decision logic. The other 98.4% runs permission, memory, tools, recovery, logs, and activity records. And that is the part most people miss about AI agents. The model may decide the next step, but the system around the model decides whether that step is allowed, what data it can touch, which tools it can use, and what happens if something breaks. That surrounding system is the harness. It is the control layer that turns model reasoning into real action. And once an AI agent starts touching files, code, customer data, documents, or outside services, the harness becomes the real product. The core AI loop is actually pretty simple. The system calls the model gets context, it chooses an action. The tool runs, the results come back, then the loop repeats. That sounds powerful, but it's also dangerous if the results are weak. Claude Code has 7 different permission modes for a reason. Different action needs different approval rules. For example, reading a file is one thing, editing a file is another, running a command is another, touching a production system is another. If those actions all get treated the same, the agent becomes risky very quickly. Claude Code also uses context comparison. That means it can shrink long work histories without losing the useful parts. That is important because agents work over time. They need to remember the goal, the files, the decisions, and the mistakes. If the memory fails, the work breaks. And this is where companies usually get agents wrong. They think autonomy is the goal. Give the agent more freedom, let it run longer, let it touch more systems, let it do more on its own. But freedom without control just moves mistakes faster. The agent can use the wrong data, it can edit the wrong file, it can lose track of the task. It can create work outside your review process. So the question is not how autonomous the agent is. The question is whether the operating system around it is strong enough. Permissions reduce damaging actions, memory reduces repeated work, recovery reduces the cost of failure, logs make the work reviewable, tool rules decide where the agent can act, and approval rules decide when a human needs to step in. This also changes how companies should think about model choice. If the working system lives in the harness, the model becomes easier to swap. You can upgrade the model without rebuilding the whole workflow. You can control cost, you can reduce vendor dependency. You can keep your rules, records, tools, and approvals stable. Data governance works the same way. The harness decides what reaches the model, what stays internal, what gets logged, and what needs approval. As agents touch more systems, that becomes a core business requirement. So before expanding what an AI agent can do, define the harness. Claude Code shows the real lesson. The AI is only a small part of the agent. The system around it is what makes it usable.